These parts here are tubes, or I guess a tube-like substance. You open them up as a circle, as a tube. Slide it into this one of the, I guess, the part for the stand. Then you crumple it up, and then when you build the inner frame of the arm, you slide the arm right through the crumpled up tube, so it acts as a fabric in between the joints. And I see here during the assembly, one of the parts is used to actually hold it in, and I guess you cut it and fold it and whatever. So does that mean that the assembly of this kit, the inner frame, I'm not going to be painting it charcoal? Considering that the majority of the charcoal parts, which is basically the arm itself, will be covered up with this fabric? That is unique. Do I have to paint that? It is a step up to what I remember from the Pat Labor kits from back in the 80s and back to the 90s. We'll have to see that. So the assembly of the arms, the assembly of the upper body, which is the shoulders. Okay, the fabric goes way up to the shoulder. Then we have the assembly of the waist unit. And then when we go to the legs go through the same process. First the assembly of the feet, inner frame of the leg, then the assembly of, okay, you do have to cut that. And then from there the armor, the leg armor of course, or basically the standard armor, and then the actual armor itself for the full armor effect. Then the assembly of the thrusters and the positioning of it and all that stuff. Then the assembly from the legs to the waist unit. The assembly of the whole kit itself. Then we do the body armor for the upper arm of the chest. The assembly of the chest. Oh, okay. So I'm sorry. That's the regular armor frame. This is the extra scenes, the extra pages for the right and left arm armor, right and left leg armor, waist unit, backpack. I'm sorry, waist unit and torso. And then of course, segueing into the backpack, the assembly of the backpack, the fuel tanks. So other parts here, that's interesting, nice. Then the assembly of the railgun, the missile pack, and putting the kit together. And then we have the assembly of the shield, followed by the twin beam rifle, and then the launcher, rocket launcher, and how to assemble it and position it onto this kit. I must have missed the part where you assemble the manipulators to hold the shield, so then how to open up everything to expose all the weaponry, positioning up the weaponry on the backpack, how to open and close the manipulator arm so you can hold on to the shield. I wonder if the manipulator arm can be used to hold up other weaponry. Maybe that's what the P Bandai weaponry are for. Maybe you can use those weapons to hold these manipulators to hold those weapons. Who knows? And then of course we have the kit, how it looks with and without the armor, and the placement of the water slide decals for both the standard, heavy armor, and of course weaponry set. And the color guide. This is going to be a cool build. But let's talk about painting. Now, reviewing the parts again. Let's see how I'm going to tackle this kit. And the one thing, of course, is what concerns me is the inner frame, where I think I can build the inner frame without me painting it. Of course, the parts that are charcoal that's exposed outside, you don't have to paint. But do I have to paint these. We'll have to review that once we get to that point. But let's talk about the colors. The color chart here. Now, for starters, this is not a white color. This is a bluish white color type thing. More white than blue, but you see it right there. It's pretty nice, though. Pretty nice. I can forego that color and use regular white or off-white. A mixture of maybe a little bit of blue with white can help me out. But I always buy extra paint every now and then when I go to when I go to a hobby store like F&M Hobbies. And it just so happens that I picked up this guy. This is number 20, light blue. It has that same rich tone there, as you can see. It's a little stronger, but I guess if I mix this with a little bit of white, or maybe paint that as a base, and then take the white and paint it like in the middle, give it a light pass, maybe 1 or 2 light passes, that should even it out. So the light blue is a contender right there for this. Next color will be yellow, and the one yellow that I've used recently was this guy, number 329, yellow FS 13538. So this is a number 329. Seems fair to use that. So we have the yellow there. A red. Now, part of me wanted to do not this metallic red. And here's my thought process. Not because I want to make it metallic, but because I wanted to, since all the thrusters are red, I wanted to use metallic red for the thrusters. But then it doesn't, since the entire kit is almost contrasted to this, to everything around here, the chest, the armor, the shield, didn't look appropriate for me. So red, metallic red is not going to be a good idea. It is a darker red there, so the one paint that I was thinking of using is this one, number 81, Russet. I've used this on some Master Grades and some the Yamato kits, the 1/500 scale Yamato. But when I was at F&M again, I picked up this guy, Wine Red. Look at that. That's a strong reddish color. Yeah, this looks really good. So I think this will be appropriate for all the red colors. Next up is the orange, and just regular orange, number 59. I always did like orange. Just don't know how I would use it on a kit, but seems appropriate. So far, there's only a few parts that needs orange. Actually, you know what? Let me see something here. Because I'm looking at... Alright, so this is orange. Hang on. Oh, well. Because I'm seeing this. This is the this is all the parts that require orange, and that's pretty much all the missiles and the shield. But the cannon, I believe this is it. I believe not, but it could be. So there's an orange trim here, and it's not part of the decals or even part of the stickers, so that's no problem. Mask those off and then paint it. Pretty simple, no big deal. That's an easy fix. Actually, to tell you the truth, is that part of the original design? Let me see. Oh, yeah, it is. No big deal. So, yeah. We know where that's going. So, fine. We got the orange. Now, this one, I'm a little curious. We talked about the charcoal. Now, there are not one, but two charcoal colors. So, one is lighter toned than the other. I see some evidence here, like in the front and in the front part of the chest, the neck, the back area. Move him right to the side. Portions of the backpack. Don't see anything else on the body. Oh, a little bit on the on that emergency pod. So I guess the majority of the charcoal I'll use gunmetal. And if I feel like it, on the other charcoal colors, which I don't think I'll do, I'll use this one. UNT MS Gray. MS Gray is completely a different shade texture than this. This one goes down smooth. This one's has a rougher texture. So, and if I am inclined, I may decide to do this on parts that give it a two-tone look to it. We'll figure that out during the course. Now, the one thing I see here is this gold, this goldish yellow color. I don't know where it's referring it to, unless it's referring to the actual character. But no, there's a set of colors here for that. But I don't see anywhere. I know the yellow is for that little V fin, and there's a little small sliver of yellow someplace else. So I'm not killing myself with this unless I could find a detailed picture of where this gold is. We'll leave that alone. So there it is. Here are all the colors that I'm going to be using on this, and of course, just so you guys know, I am going to do this kit thoroughly because I want to get this done, and I mean completely done with this in time for the online version of the Gundam Builders World Cup. So let's hope we can do this properly, quickly, but efficiently, so you guys can enjoy this. Alright? Alright. Let us begin. Master Grade, Full Armor Gundam, Thunderbolt version.